as you guys could probably already tell, this is gonna be my usual, like, normal gorilla tag video or review videos that I do. This is about a friend that passed away, and he's dead, you know. He's been dead for a long time, but this is the memory that he left behind. He introduced me, and he showed me Rec Room. You know, his username was, like, Silas on PS4, and we used to talk, like, all the time. And now Rec Room is shutting down, and it's like, now my only memory that he showed me is gone, and we used to play this game all the time together, until one day he just wasn't hopping online anymore. So then his girlfriend or his other family members got on his account and told me exactly what happened. So his girlfriend baked a cake for him. He couldn't smell the cake, so he couldn't smell it, and he said he couldn't smell it. You know, that all those symptoms, like he couldn't taste it either, and all the symptoms were ignored. And you know, eventually he died from COVID-19. So that was a really long time ago, but it still kind of correlates to what's happening now, because you know, he will be around, and this memory of him, all these experiences here on Rec Room, it also will not be here. So you know, it's really sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, I'm not trying to fake this. Like, I have a whole YouTube channel where I used to film this guy. The only reason I will show it. It does have offensive slang and, you know, probably some slurs that I might have said, but those were all back in the day, and I really didn't know what I was doing. So yeah, so yeah. Oh shit.
Rec Room. Join the fun for free.
You know, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was saying. So if you're hearing that in those videos, just ignore it. You know, Prashing Christian now, kind of hardcore Christian now. So, but yeah, that's kind of off topic. You could go to that channel though, that we'll put up on screen, and you will see that this is all real. Everything we're talking about is real. And you know, I never got the post about him dying, so. But now I'm here talking about it, and yeah, that's kind of. You can also see him in some of my animations, but it won't be on this channel though. I also link the channel, and yeah, I used to animate them sometimes as well. Some of my Among Us animations. If you watch through them and you see like a yellow guy appear with cat ears on, that's gonna be kind of a hunt. Whoever finds it gets $20. But yeah, because you know, you're actually putting effort into, you know, a situation to talk about and my dead friends. So that's the reward that will actually give you. So yeah, it's just you know, and now Rec Room is shutting down. And yeah, let me tell you about who this guy was. It's very energetic, pretty fun to play games with. You know what I'm saying? Like, we used to be playing games all the time, and then he just introduced me to Rec Room and Among Us. You know, two major games that I did not know anything about. And as soon as I hopped on Rec Room, I was like, you're ripping people, already trolling. Like, you know, my first few seconds in the game, I was, you know, and then on this account, this is my PC account. I made this in like after 2021, probably like right after he passed. So yeah, as you can tell, it's old, but now my only memory of him is going, and that's just really to me sad. So I'm not gonna do no like final Rec Room video. I already did the final live stream, which is kind of symbolic because I always used to live stream this game all the time. So my final video being on like a PS5 controller, kind of playing on my PC, you know, being one of my final live streams. It's just symbolic. But yeah, I'm going off topic. If you guys want to go ahead and check those channels out, see this guy, you'd see like Silas, it's spelled S-S-T-Y-L-E-S, and you would see, and you can even, the guy even commented on my channel a few times. So if you want to go ahead and go reply to him and ask him, or ask whoever's running the account if he's still alive. Because, you know, there's a lot of people who still have access to this stuff, so they would probably tell you that, yeah, he is dead. He would probably tell you the same story I did, the same text story. You know, I remember that for years. Every last detail of it, because, yeah, I can't go back in those PS4 chats anymore. I remember completely wiping them. All my Rec Room accounts are just completely gone. Some I still have access to, some I still don't. yeah, especially my main ones that I actually want to get back to. But yeah, he was a pretty fun and energetic guy to be around. Sometimes he would go off. He would say that he'd go offline, and then he would be playing something else. But that would be like on the last 30 minutes. They would be online. And you know, we used to play Rocket League. He also showed me Rocket League, Warfare. Got me back into Minecraft for a little bit. Got me back into that PS4 for a little bit, which was all nice. So generating memories. I'm glad I found that guy, because I would not be able to make this video about him. And yeah, he really showed me the way when I came to these games. Yeah, it's really sad to see him have to go. And you know, I'm not really expecting huge views. I don't want a view farm. I'm not making some big video that's all up in your face for this guy. It's just gonna be me talking and being real. You know, we lost people along the way. But you know, despite that, we're gonna keep pushing, keep doing our Rec Room best, I guess. And yeah, so you know, if it would really help if you guys would like, you know, subscribe, comment. You know, I'm not trying to replace the guy with likes and subs. No, there's no replacing him. The things I would do, I'll probably give up a lot to have one last gaming session with him, even if it was for a single second, a single minute. Cause we, you know what I'm saying? I will probably give up my headset, my PC, my room, just to talk to the guy again. You know what I'm saying? It's like really cheap here. So yeah, as you can imagine, you're probably gonna ask, oh, where am I gonna go from here? I really don't know. I think he also told me about FNF too. Like, all these major games that I play, it's all because of him. He showed me these games. He showed me the way to these games. And thank God he did. I hope he's in heaven. Hope he's in a better place. He's in a better place now, you know. And yeah, as you can see, Among Us, all this is here because of him. You know what I'm saying? I do got my first ever pick. I took on Rec Room on this account. As you can see, I mean, it's an FNF, so I got Shaggy because of the mod. And as you can see, I got Shaggy. Yeah, a lot of proof of his existence here in this in this dorm room. So that's why the memory of him, everything will just be wiped after this game is wiped. Because these are just markers of his existence. You know, the things that I do here are influenced by him and when he used to exist and walk this earth. So, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, of course, now it's gonna be like, now this game's completely wiped. Of course, I could save the maps, I could export them now, but you really gotta ask if that's really enough. You know, I don't think that's really enough. It should. See, I would never view farm off of the dead friends. I just want to make that a known fact that my dead friend is gone. You know, his memory of him will always be gone. See, all markers of his existence. All this would not be here. If you were to go back in time and kill the guy before I even talked to him, this would not exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, all because of him. All cause and effect, people. Cause and effect. As far as I'm concerned. But yeah, from what I see, You know, there's always somebody introduced me to the next big game. You know, my dad showed me Minecraft. My big brother, my second biggest bro, showed me Gorilla Tag. And without him, all that content that I make would just not be here. So, you know, it's really just a chain effect. I'm not making any of this up. I would never lie about, you know, passing people, because, you know, that gets prayers and all kinds of stuff. I don't want to waste people's time with fake information. Because I was like, you know, I'm seeing these people come on here and talk about deceased people, so I'm gonna do the same, and it won't be for views, it will be real. Because their video, it seems like it's fake. You know, you got people faking cancer. It's a bad world, you know. You get people faking dead friends, faking your mom, dad, all for clicks, all to get that algorithm going and pushing the video. People who might want to see things like that. You know, I'm probably gonna post this, probably see like 5 views. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting like 1 view out of this, like, you know. And honestly, that doesn't really concern me, because it's my friend I'm talking about who passed away. It's not something that needs to be known to everybody, but at the same time, you know, you would probably like to see a little something out of that. Alright, who talked about a dead friend, but I will want a little something in return, but not me. I'm just doing this for, you know, to love the game, you know, to talk about somebody who passed in a genuine light. But yeah, I'm just kind of going on here, so let's see, what's the next thing I should talk about? Oh yeah, I really don't know. I think, okay, so here's another thing to talk about. Where do we go from here? I don't know. There's radium, but food does not taste the same reheated. That, I don't think radium, I mean, radium is good. You know, there's other Rec Room replacements, but it just doesn't work on Quest 2. And it's fun because I have a PC, but even when I go on the PC, it gives me a strange error. I'm like, can't find C. Like, what is C? What do you think? Yeah, you know, and I just don't want to replace this game with something else, knowing all the events, all the memories that have happened here. And yeah, I can actually, if you want even more proof, which I would understand why you would. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here talking about somebody who passed. You're probably not gonna believe me with what I'm talking about, so I'm gonna go in. You can also see it if you go to my old Rec Room account, my classic account, YKTV Greg. I'm gonna search it. As you can see, completely logged out of it. This is actually my account. You would see this if you go in my live streams, and then you don't. It sounds exactly like it would too if you go to those live streams. So as you can see, the Shaggy, that same invention I got, the Among Us thing. Ignore whatever you just saw. Yeah, just ignore that. Yeah, as you can see, I don't think I took any pics of this guy, did I? It's gotta be around here somewhere. Damn, how old was this one? 2021. See, now you can see, right? Now you can see. The dates are accurate. The dates are very accurate. So let's see. Where is he? Let's do oldest. Probably be my oldest ones, right? Damn, I don't think I took any pics with the guy. Damn, did I really not take any pics with him? Yep. Oh, that game is still up. That's interesting. Okay. But yeah, okay. Maybe there's no proof of existence here, but it's in the videos. I played with the guy, so if you hear any cuss words or slurs or other strange behavior, I mean, who doesn't try to hit on a female in a virtual game, right? But the other stuff, just, I don't want to get canceled for any of that. Alright, but yeah, you know, now that that's out of the way, there's much more I could talk about. But yeah, I hope I know he's in a better place now. He was a good guy. I do remember I did ask him for a face reveal. I did only get like a pic of his eye, but I can kind of guess what the rest of his face looks like. You know what I'm saying? Light skinned man, W. But yeah, I remember my first chats with him I was kind of trolling him. I was like, I'm gonna give you my credit card, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Those strangers. Yeah, that my first messages to him were kind of. But yeah, I can't believe I still remember those interactions that happened all the way in 2020, 2021. It's the place I'm now. But yeah, our first chats, it was definitely trolling. I was kind of trolling. I wasn't being serious because I didn't think it would really turn into anything. Most of my PS4 friends I had up to that point, I would always have them for a year, and after a year of being friends with them, I would just break apart. After time really just kills friendships, because those people develop and they get their own new friends and their own new friend groups and their own new ideologies. So they look down upon you. And that's a really bad thing. Or they don't really look down upon you. Some stay real. You know what I'm saying? But some do not stay real, and they completely just ditch you. This guy Silas, he did not. I was real friends. I mean, I used to really get mad, and I cannot take back those moments where I get mad or like rage on the game and probably yell at him. You know what I'm saying? I used to cuss him out. They still were made my friends, so that was a W. Yeah, Ivan Kid 7, those kind of people. I actually went on his YouTube channel, and I was like, "Yo, it's me." He's like, "He remembered my username." The Ivan Kid 7 guy I'm talking about. He remembered my username. He remembered who I was. So he was like, "Yo," and I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "I'm telling you who I am." And he was like, maybe it's just time to move on." So that really hurt, because I used to play Minecraft with the guy all the time. But yeah, you do need some new friends from time to time. But yeah, Silas is definitely that's like a homie for life right there. Like, if he never passed away, I'd probably meet this guy in person. Like, bro, he was a few years older than me. I think at the time I was like 11, and he's like 15. You know what I'm saying? A few years older, still a W guy. Had his own little friend. I think the thing is he didn't make way too many friends and like try to play over them all at once. Really good guy, really generous guy, and he would spend most of his time on PS4 with me, like hours. I used to wait for hours for this guy to come back, and he would say he'd come back, and then when he would disconnect from the party call and say I'm the only one there, that would hurt. I know we're staring at the screen for like pretty much 2 hours straight, and then so he disconnected. Those were the glory days. That was like summer. I had so many summers on record, like 4 or 5 summers on here, if not more. I've been playing the game for 5 years. I have videos that date back 5 years, half a decade. I've been here for half of the game's lifespan, and that's a flex. I'm flexing that. Yes, I am. Yeah. Yeah. 5 years is a pretty long time. That's a big, significant portion of my life. I'm like, what, 15, turning 16 so That's like pretty much right after I turned into the double digits, I got introduced to this. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I finally turned 10, finally got out the single digits. Yeah. Being a double digit man, it's something else. Going to puberty and all that. It's really something else. You know what? I think this avatar would look like me in real life if I actually. But yeah, off topic. I'm really going off topic here. But I'm still talking about it at the same time. So it's like, let's talk about our Among Us days. Our Among Us days, those were fun, man. I used to play with them all the time, especially Among Us on Rec Room. Okay, there we go. Among Us on Rec Room. He did also show me the real game, and that got me into the memes, and builds up most of my core humor. But that's kind of out of topic too. So, we used to play that all the time. He got me into a whole bunch of Among Us things, and yeah, final tribute to him, to your family. Silas on PS4, you guys raised an incredible child. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing like him, and there's nobody out there that can really replace who this guy was. If they like try to do what he was doing, they can't do it. There's nobody as real as him, as loyal as him, Paz. You know what I'm saying? But he just had me, playing games all day long. Yeah, I'm just kind of. How long have I been talking? Like 20 minutes? Okay. So I will cut the video, 22 minutes to be exact. So yeah, we'll cut the video here. There's gonna be really no editing. I don't see why I would have to make a super fun video. I mean, yeah, it just to keep the retention, right? but honestly, would have to make like a very rich farming video for a friend who has. It just feels like disrespect. But yeah, see you on the next one. I'm out of here.